Just a short walk from Portumna Abbey, Portumna Castle was built by the 4th Earl of Clanricarde. The castle was the Burgo family power base for centuries. Traditional Irish architecture of the early 1600s, combining medieval and Renaissance style. A major fire in 1826, caused by a servant while she was drying linen, left the castle a roofless shell. But the state began to bring it back from ruin in 1960s. Restoration continues today.
The centrepiece of the hall is the fireplace, most likely constructed in Kilkenny limestone, polished to a marble finish.
And a piece of sculpture above it of 3 figures, nearly as large as life, representing faith, hope and charity.
While Clanricarde proved to be a rare visitor to his Irish residence, preferring to remain in his English base, the purpose of the Great Hall was to impress the visitor with the standing and the antiquity of the Burke family as heirs of Connaught, combining the dual stances of English lord and medieval Irish chieftain. Despite the medieval characteristics of the Great Hall and the defensive Irish-born walls surrounding the castle, establishing this as a clearly colonial enterprise, the intervening Renaissance gardens were intended to have a more moderating influence by locating the project in a broader European-wide civilization. The restoration of Portumna Castle has involved painstaking reconstruction based on architectural and archaeological investigations of the ruin. The roof was reconstructed to prevent any further weather damage. The pair of fine stone chimney stacks, which each weigh as much as the average modern house, were raised again. Alterations have been discreet to avoid making any statements that cannot be substantiated by historic evidence. Unusually too, there are scant contemporaneous accounts. We can conclude, however, that the architects of Portumna Castle, built before 1618, brought together the influences of European palazzo, those of the Elizabethan country house, as well as the more military-minded Irish tower house.
So this is the remains, the skeletal remains of Fiore, who was uncovered during excavation works in Portumna Castle in 1997 in advance of conservation work. Tradition recalls that a child fell from the castle but landed on the dog's back and consequently survived, but unfortunately the dog suffered a broken back and died. A commemorative plaque dated April 1797 has been erected on the wall of the castle immediately outside the south porch in memory of the dog called Fiore that saved the life of the castle's children. So you'll have to excuse me, I have to keep walking due to COVID. But and we have a lot of conservation going on in the roof upstairs. Mid-17th century Italian walnut chair. Fine mid-17th century Flemish walnut covered with raised beaded panels. This is Hubert Joyce, 2nd Marquis and the 15th Earl, 1832 to 1916. We have Lady Elizabeth de Burgh, died 1854, daughter of Ulick John. And you remember that we met in the Burghs in Magdalen Cemetery. Harriet Cannon, Countess, 1804 to 76.
The roof was reconstructed to prevent any further theft. The pair of front stone chimneys passed.
Henry, 2nd Marquis and 12th Earl, 1742 to 1797. And here is John Thomas, 13th heir, 1745 to 1808.
When usually too, there are scant contemporaneous accounts. We can conclude that the architects of Portumna built before 1618 brought together the influences of European.
These are the charred timber remains from the 18th century porch following the fire in 1826. Set of 4 late Louis style walnut side chairs, each with rectangular back and seat covered in tapestry. So the castle is currently under renovation. And it's just a quick insight for y'all. So this is the back of Portumna Castle, and I want to actually try and find the little plaque on the wall for Fury, the dog that I showed you the skeletal remains of. And this actually might well be it. We'll have a look. But look at that. So the OPW are looking after this place now and raising funds. That's fabulous little steps. And this is actually this national monument is in the care of the Commissioners of Public Works for the state under the provisions of the National Monuments Act. So OPW stands for Office of Public Works. So we're still on the hunt for the plaque for Fury. So I just wanted to show you this part. We can't go any further. And I was told the plaque for Fury is along here. So as I said, it's the Office of Public Works are now, they're the people that are working on this building. And look what I found. So this is the plaque for Fury, and it's quite hard to read, but it says, "Alas, poor Fury, she was a dog, take her for all in all. I shall not look upon her like again." And the date is there, and dying April the 20th, 1797, aged 11. If I can see that in adult, I'll put it in. And this is where they dug up the skeleton remains of poor Fury. Or at least near this area. possibly around the window area there. And the girl, I suppose, was out of a window and fell on the dog and broke the dog's back. So we'll presume this is the area here. So rest in peace, Fury. So guys, the plan was to finish off the video and take a walk around the beautiful gardens here at Portumna Castle, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. Look at that, typical Irish weather. And it would have been lovely because there's a photography exhibition there and the gardens behind that, but I don't think I'm going to make it today. Right guys, it's starting to ease a little bit, but there's an exhibition on, and look at those. I can't stop too long because it is actually torrential downpours. It's absolutely been teeming down for my stay in Galway, but I'm going to have a quick look at the gardens here. It's called the kitchen garden, and I'll bring you along to have a look. Hopefully it'll not be too bad rain wise, and we've a bit of flooding on the paths. Look at that. And we've pumpkins, chard, linseed, sweet pea, leeks, and the smell in here is gorgeous. But I just thought it'd be worth, while I was here, to have a quick walk around. We've chives there, runner beans. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Look at that. So this is, you can see the castle is just there, and these would have been the original kitchen gardens, I suppose, where they would have had, you know, flowers, vegetables and that kind of thing growing. Maybe fruit as well. I see a few apple trees. And actually look up here. Isn't that gorgeous? And I can tell you the smell coming from the flowers is, oh, it's beautiful. And we've a gazebo up here up at the top. And we've little areas for just wildflower areas, I suppose. The gazebo there. And just in the background there, the castle. The apple trees there. Gone to the bother of naming all the plants. Lavender there. So that's it. Quite a quick walk around the gardens. A little bird bath there. And a little robin. Right guys, so that was Fast and Furious, but it's just too wet now. Look at the design over the gate. It's there, you know, it's a walled garden. Most castles and estates would have had them, and they would have supplied their own kitchens then. Fresh produce, vegetables, fruit. And we have a coat of arms up there as well. Not sure you can see that. Right guys, my camera's all wet. Camera's getting wet there. But with that guys, thanks for watching. Take care, God bless, and I'll probably hit the road now home. Just near a 3-hour drive back. I'll talk to you soon.